Hello everyone, and welcome back to another light novel review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. Today we have a book that I wasn't certain I was even going to review. Because as I was reading it, I was like, how do I even review this? You've already seen the title. We are reviewing Highschool DxD Volume 3. Reviewing. It's a very light word for what I'll be doing. I can read you the notes that I wrote very few notes, and they were kind of at the beginning. And I was just like, I didn't know if I was going to review it. And I don't know how much of this is going to be a review. I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit and my thoughts with it for a little bit. So my notes that I wrote is Giga Chad or Cuck. Issei is based. Issei is a based Chad who doesn't listen to women. A true adult series, so much sex, very mature. Man, doms in school. Right? No, many demons in school. Can't even read my own handwriting. Yeah, that's about how it goes. Highschool DxD Volume 3. It was a good volume. I have seen the first 3 seasons of Highschool DxD with the anime. And I have read the first 2 light novels. Obviously, this is light novel 3. I have a very deep respect for Highschool DxD because it is one of, not the first 3 anime I watched, but back the summer before 8th grade, that's whenever I really got into anime, and I had seen a couple before that. I'd seen 3 before that specifically. I'll talk about those in another video sometime. But Highschool DxD was one of the first 3 I watched that summer, and that was kind of the summer that started me getting into anime. And so I have a lot of nostalgia for this series and a lot of respect for it. But man, this is really what I wanted to talk about, and I have no clue how long this video is going to go. Reading Highschool DxD 3 specifically made me realize, like, man, I've grown up. I first watched this series summer before 8th grade, like I said, and at the time, I absolutely loved it, right? And I was like, this slaps. You know, I wasn't dumb enough to be like, this is the greatest work of fiction of all time. But I really did enjoy it, and for many reasons, for the plot, the story. I enjoyed Highschool DxD, and I still enjoy it. I had fun reading this book, right? It was fun to relive the memories and to remember the stuff that's happened and everything like that. To be with the characters again, but man, and I realized this after reading Highschool DxD Volume 2 a while ago, and I was talking to my friend about it, and it's just, I realized I've grown up. Because I was reading this series, and I was like, this kind of sucks. at least from an objective perspective, from like a writing perspective, I was like, dang, this kind of sucks. And that's the thing about it, right? Just reading it, and I love the characters of Highschool DxD a lot, and I have so many good memories of watching it, but man, it just doesn't live up to it. And part of that, I think, is the kind of like jaded, like the rose tinted view that I look at it with, and part of it is that it was so long ago that my tastes have changed. And I know that my tastes have changed very much. I mean, I am a huge One Piece fan. One Piece is my favorite manga of all time. And if I had read it any time before 2 years ago, I would have hated it. I would have dropped it. I never would have picked it up again. And so I've noticed a shift in my tastes. And I guess Highschool DxD just doesn't cut it anymore. I mean, I'm going to keep reading the series. I have enough respect for it for that. I really do like Highschool DxD. I was just, man, it really made me realize just how much my tastes have changed. I mean, it had its good moments in there, but specifically, like I wrote, it's a very adult series, so much sex, and part of this is me also reading Berserk at the same time, which obviously tackles a lot of that same subject matter, but it does it well, and it's just like, man, it just kind of feels weird to read, right? It's just so weird. This guy's Highschool DxD, I used to call it one of my favorite series, and I just can't anymore. and that's simultaneously weird and sad and all that. It's just such an interesting experience to read it nowadays, and just so much, just bad. I mean, it's an ecchi series, obviously, and I know that. I mean that is a core of what High School DxD is, but it's, I mean, man, like it, I guess I just can't get into it like I used to. I mean, I've had so much more life experiences now than I did back whenever I watched it for the first time. I mean, to say I'm a completely different person, that's not entirely incorrect. It's just, it's a stark difference in how I enjoy series now and what I look for in them. And that's why, like, I'm not doing a proper review of High School DxD 3 like I've done elsewhere on the channel, and like I'll do with series in the future. It's just, how do I review this series, right? I was, originally I was reading it. I was like, I was like, am I just going to read this and not do a review on it? And that's ultimately kind of what I decided on. I was like, I mean, do I do like a funny review? And it's like, I enjoyed the book, right? I read through it and I was like, oh, haha, funnies. But I didn't enjoy it as much as I did back then. And as I said so much throughout this video, it's a sign that I think I've grown up and that my tastes have changed to that where, like, to where I can see the flaws from High School DxD. That's a bit sad because I do like High School DxD, but I mean, I've known that, and with other series that I used to really like, I've kind of seen the same thing happen, and it's just, I can't enjoy them like I used to. And there's stuff where it's like I'm reading and like I know it's trying to hit hard, like the stuff at the end with Kiba and all the souls of his friends. Like, I know that's trying to hit hard, but like, just doesn't, right? It just seems like cheesy. Like, it's just, I mean, to say bad writing, I mean, that's a bit strong, but it doesn't captivate me like it used to. And I guess that this is a weird realization that, like, I'm not the target audience anymore, right? I'm more the target audience for, again, Berserk. Just Berserk's on my mind. Well, one, I just recorded the I just recorded the review for Volume 9, which I think comes out after this episode. And so it's just on my mind. I'm more the audience for a series like Berserk, or, it used to be Attack on Titan. I'll make a video on Attack on Titan one day. Berserk, Chainsaw Man, Now, One Piece. I love One Piece. And I guess I'm just not the target demographic for High School DxD anymore. And man, that's so weird, because High School DxD, like, in my mind, is a series that I love, and it's like a classic staple series for me. But then, like, reading the books and even going back and watching some clips from the show, it's obvious that it's not anymore, and it's just, it's so weird. The book itself is good. I'm going to keep reading the books. I'm going to keep picking them up. Obviously, I have too much respect for High School DxD to not do that, and I have too much nostalgia for it to not do that. And I do enjoy them. But it'll definitely be at a slower pace to some other series. I'm definitely not in a rush to catch up to High School DxD very much. But it's fun to go back through it, and to relive them, and to realize this stuff too. I think is always very interesting. That's my favorite word, interesting. But yeah, no, I think that's it. This wasn't going to be a long video anyways. I just kind of wanted to say some thoughts. It wasn't really a review of High School DxD Volume 3. It's fine. It's a good book. I mean, I enjoyed it enough, but I definitely noticed a lot of things with it that made me want to make this video in this way. If this is your first video of mine, this is not my typical video. I recommend you go check out one of my other reviews. If you enjoy other series, if you're a High School DxD fan and you're still here, congrats. I'm sorry I'm sorry I talked that way about your series. I mean, I still consider myself a DxD fan, but I don't know. I'm in a weird place with the series right now. And it's just, yeah. This isn't my typical video. So if you enjoyed, please go check out another video of mine. I would very much appreciate it. Maybe we can get to 4 subscribers before the end of 2025. And I suppose that I will see you all in the next episode of The Rat's Nest, which will be Berserk Volume 9, which I mentioned in this, and I actually recorded right before I recorded this. So I will see you all then. Bye-bye.